Hello, everybody. I'm the Sweepro 27, and welcome back to the final episode of Sally Face. Excuse me. But yeah, this is the final episode of the game. We will be doing one final stream, completing all of the achievements, just 100% the game. But this will be the last Sally Face stream, at least for a while. It'll probably go back to Yu-Gi-Oh! After this. But how is everyone doing tonight? Are we excited? My sound and music is good. Oh, I didn't even have to ask. Thank you, Antha. As per norm, let's do the quick recap. Oh lord. Sal has a nightmare about a dark place with macabre artwork in a room with a TV. Sal finds a VHS tape with a hidden message from a woman with amnesia. Sal's trials begin. Sal recalls the day that Larry told him something was wrong in the apartments. Larry and Sal search the apartment building but don't find much. Ashley and Sal hang out by the lake and catch up. Larry sends a text to Sal saying goodbye. Sal runs to the treehouse but is too late. In a suicide note, Larry says that the whispers of the darkness were getting to be too much and he couldn't take it anymore. Todd shows up with new modifications to the guitar that can interact with the spirit realm. The cult summons a darkness that infects the residents of the apartment. Sal and the ghost of Larry work together to clear the darkness. Redacted. The true form of Terrence Addison is revealed. Sal battles the Endless One to free the ghost of Terrence that holds it. Sal murders the attendants, including his friends and family, to prevent the darkness from continuing to spread. The cult took Todd and performed a ritual on him, infecting him with the darkness. Sal is declared guilty of mass murder and is executed. Ash could not stop the execution, but she discovers the ghost of Larry. Oh, you're sleeping? Oh, Lord. Alright, just one more moment as per normal, and we will get kick-started into this. Again, we're going to try to just go through this as quickly as possible, and leave the achievements up for the next stream. Alright, but now is the time to grab your popcorn, grab a drink. I guess another trigger warning, some disturbing content is in this episode as well. It's not quite as bad as episode 4, but it's still not great. YouTube viewers, I do also recommend watching this in 1.5 times speed or 1.25 speed, just so the dead air isn't as glaring. Alright, I will be right back in just a moment and we can get kick-started off with this thing. Alright, I say let's go ahead and get this thing kick-started. The Freaky Dreams sequence to start off with. We're just Ash in a cemetery. Daughter of Luke and Stacy Holmes, born 1980, died 1987. Wife of Luke Holmes, mother of Megan Holmes, born 1948, died 1987. Husband of Stacy Holmes, father of Megan Holmes, born in 1944, died 1987. Again, we'll save that for the final stream. But what is that about? I can't leave yet. Cassandra Sanders. Loving wife to Herman Sanderson, 1951, 1992. Loving husband of Cassandra Sanders, 1945 to 1999. Rot in Pieces, 1969, 1999. Ray and Janice's shared grave. Even death couldn't keep these two apart. Son, husband, father, friend. 1977 to 1999. Hey Chug, miss you, dude. I can't. Son of Lisa and Jim Johnson, 1976 to 1999. Excuse me. They never did find Larry's body. Mother of Larry Johnson, wife of Henry Fisher, 1956 to 1999. Lisa was always nice to me. She treated me like family. I'm really nasally today. I'm sorry. Husband of Lisa John Fisher, father to Sal Fisher, 1947, 1999. I can't imagine how much this hurts Sal. Son of Henry and Diane Fisher, 1976 to 2004. I wish you were here, Sal. Sorry I haven't visited in a few nights. Things have gotten worse. It's been 5 months since Todd escaped from the institution. I hope he's okay. He's gotta be under that damn church. It's the one place we haven't been able to get to. They're down there, I know they are. And they have my Todd. Did you get the rest of that C4 stuff from your army friend? I got it last night. You found a way in? I think so, yeah. We should go Tuesday night. That's when they're the least active. Remember our agreement. If we get caught down there... We won't. We're going to get Todd and then blow that place to bits. Neil, I'm serious. So am I. But if we do get caught, then yeah. We take them down with us. I'm ready. Good. At least one of us is. Have you fed Maple yet? I tried. She's still not eating. I'll see if I have any luck. Do you need a hand? Nah, I've got it. Did you bring the new package to the shed? Yep. You think you found a connection with Todd's work? I think it's something big. I'm missing a piece. A missing piece I've been wondering about. I hope you're right. We're about due for some good luck. Be right back. Okay. Todd, he's been affected by the dark. This has occurred in other people across Knockfield and is usually brought upon the Devourers of God. Other findings suggest that this process may also take place naturally without interference from occult rituals. At first, we were able to speak with Todd and were able to get some information out of him. Over time, the darkness spread and Todd lost that lucidity? I don't know how that word. Now, he's escaped from the hospital with help from the cult. Luckily, they want him alive, so he's safe until we can figure out how to break him out. In the meantime, we have continued Todd's work finding a cure to reverse the infection and cleanse the possessed body. I believe we are close to figuring it out. We just need a bit more time. Mysterious mailer. Occultist insider providing intel, but who is it? Why are they betraying the cult to help us? We still don't know the answer to these questions, though we wouldn't have gotten this far without their assistance. They provided us with details about the cult operations and location. albeit in vague, quickly scribbled notes. Phelps Ministry. It's not simply an old church that sits in Chapel Hill. The church is an entry point to the main temple of the Devourers. After the mysterious destruction of Addison Temple, the Phelps Temple was heavily guarded for a while. Eventually, the security loosens. It's our suspicion that this is due to the cult having indoctrinated the majority, if not all, of the local government leaders. We have to be careful of who we trust. It's heavy right there, dude. I remember taking this photo. It wasn't long after Larry's dad left. Larry and his mom stayed with his grandma for a few years. They lived down the road from me. That's when we became good friends. Oh. Hi, Gizmo. You need anything? He hasn't left her room since the execution. I think he knows. Oh, poor baby Gizmo. Hey, Maple. How are you today? Neil and I are gonna get Todd back soon. We may have to stick him in there with you, at least until we can figure out a better solution. I hope you don't mind. I've gotta run out to the shed real quick, and when I get back, we'll get you some nice warm soup. Day 1. Maple has become a threat to herself and others and has to be locked up. Day 7. Most of the time, Maple remains conscious and alert. She's grateful that we are working to help her find a way to help her. Day 11. The correction seems to be most active at night. Today, we've reinforced the cage and added restraints for everyone's safety. Maple didn't love the idea of the restraints, but understood why they were needed. Day 20. The infection is getting worse. We were only able to speak with Maple about 50% of the time. The rest of the time, she acts like some kind of demon or driven by violence. Day 32. Maple has become difficult to interact with at all, and her physical appearance has begun to change. Day 39. She started screaming during the night and wouldn't stop until her throat bled. Day 42. The screaming has continued for the past few nights. Luckily, no one lives close enough to hear it, and the basement muffles most of the sound anyway. Day 45. Her screaming finally stopped, but she's not looking so great. Day 46. We couldn't get her to eat anything. Day 51. She's still refusing to eat. We've been force-feeding her as much as we can, although it's very difficult. Day 64. Maple's starting to smell pretty bad. Still not eating. Wrote that one down. The blue flame not extinguished still flickers in the night. He that sees between the worlds, child of the abomination, wielding the light from beyond man, pierces through the endless black. Betrayer of our kind, resurrected by Astedma. His sword, blood of man, rises to protect the great atrocity and prevent the triumph of mankind. Citali. Sita Siti Ali, a Native American seer, origin unknown, previous council member of the Devourers of God, possibly the original formation. Astehema is referring to a collection of 3 pyramids. I've obtained one of them and have been searching for the other 2. I'm not sure exactly who the Child of Abomination is, but if they're an enemy of the cult, then it could be a much needed ally. Yes. We got these weird pyramid things in the mail. Another package from our mysterious cultist insider. Todd has the 3rd pyramid in a shed. In his notes, he says he found it in the temple under the old apartments. They seem to be pretty important. There were several mentions of a prophecy in Todd's notes about them. He was actively looking into the other 2. I think they might be linked to you somehow. No matter how I turn these things, nothing happens. I thought something would have happened this time. Sal, there's something I need to tell you. The replacements were sloppy at first, but it's getting better now. It's harder to tell the difference. I can't trust anyone. Those things creep me out, dude. They aren't human. I know what you mean. So you think that pyramid thing that Todd found could help us find Sal? It seems like it. I've pieced together what I can find about the old cult prophecies. And from what I can tell you, these pyramids will summon their destruction. All signs point to Sal as the one who can stop them. I'm not sure how or why, but it's the best chance we have. I always knew Sally Face would do great things. Don't give up on him, Mash. You have to find him. I won't, ever. I need to find these other 2 pyramids. Once I'm free from this fucking treehouse, I'll help you find them. Larry, I don't know if this is a good idea. What if burning down the treehouse only makes things worse? Trust me, it can't get any worse. I can't live like this anymore. Or, not live, but whatever. I can't stay stuck in this place. You don't know what it's like. It's torture. I can feel it changing me. Nothing else has worked to break that binding spell. What if you end up in the Black Room instead of being free? Your soul will dissolve into darkness. We don't know that for sure, and even so, nothingness would be better than existing like this. Please, Ash. You have to help me. If I do this, you promise me you'll be okay? Promise me you won't fade away. I promise. I went back to the burnt tree every night for weeks. He's just gone. I can't bring myself to go anymore. Another screw up in the long list of my failures. This morning, went over to Neil's place, but hello? Neil? You home? I grabbed the C4 from Neil's bag since we were supposed to go to the temple that night. Legend of the Greys. The Grey family is a tribe of Native Americans, but there aren't many historical records of them. Even though they are relatives of the Greys living in Knockville today, their ancestry appears to be more than legend than fact. It is said that their family was formed when a great owl swooped down from the night sky and made love to a man who was lost in the woods. Weeks later, a beautiful young woman burst out from inside of the man. A nearby pack of wolves came to eat the bits of flesh of the man. By eating the flesh, the wolves became indebted to the once young woman. Over time, the pack became human, and together with the young woman, formed the first members of the Grey tribe. Descendants of the woman have said to have the ability to see the future. The origin story was likely fabricated and then evolved over time. However, there seems to be a grain of truth, the proclamation of psychic abilities. The slaughtering of children. August 16th, 1984, 255 children and 32 adults were murdered across North America. However, surprisingly, it didn't make any headlines. The story was covered up and there was not any major news outlets. It is my understanding that the cult had something to do with this, and it was likely the orchestrator of the whole thing. If that's true, that means that the reach extends much further than we expected, a truly terrifying thought. And the waterworks begin. Yeah. Again, this isn't the happiest of games. Poor Gizmo. Uh-oh. Crap. This isn't good. That sounded like the front door. There's a note left on the table for me. Ash. They have Mabel and Neil. You need to move quickly. The temple is lightly guarded today. Sneak into the entrance I told you about before. Once you get in the main chamber, you'll have to act stealthily. There are 4 pillars with insects that hold sacred jars. If you place the explosives there, I'm sure it'll bring the whole place down. Stick them behind those jars and they'll be safe. It's forbidden to touch these jars, so be careful and good luck. On the back of the letter was a hand-drawn map of the location of the jars. I didn't waste any time and I went to the temple right away.